Okay, so today we finished the drain waste vent portion of the plumbing, which should get us in place for our inspection. Plumbing inspection. Alright, so the first thing I should do is measure 24.5 inches away from that outside wall. Give or take. Ish. One of the most critical measurements we can make. So, yes, I am triple checking. Granted, there's going to be far more flexibility in the pipe. So, being a 1/4 inch off on this measurement's not the end of the world. Think I got enough pipe?
That's what she said.
Don't let my dumb ass orient this way as I'm getting in a rush, because that will be an instant fail.
Well, the man don't know how to handle his own pipe.
It's gonna be one of those days, ain't it?
Probably.
Probably. Well, guess what I don't see?
Leaks.
That's correct. Okay, so I know I'm gonna want to cut this. So the hardest part of this entire process is gonna be the pipe doing this. Everything else has got flexibility. By flexibility, I mean we know we can push the shower thing back and forth, the shower drain. We know, however it exits there, we're gonna have to accommodate it when we run this piece. Oh my God, the static. So getting this piece in here, gonna suck the most of all the things.
All the things?
All the things. We'll only get like 1 or 2 tries to get this right.
You got one shot?
Yeah. This is a mom spaghetti moment. Otherwise, we're gonna be pulling up more subfloor.
I have not received any spaghetti.
Oh, you want spaghetti?
I have no spaghetti. I only have regretty.
Alright, and I just gotta be patient as I cut this to make it a nice straight cut.
So what you're saying is we
Yeah, probably.
So close.
So close.
You want me to smack it with a hammer on the other side?
That's probably a good idea. The hammer's right next to you.
Is me suggesting hammer's ever a good idea?
If I'm the one swinging it, not usually a good idea. In this case, we lucked out. Well,
Ew.
I can confidently report that the previous occupants of this house did not regularly poop down their shower drain and or sink.
It's good to check those things.
Yeah, it's good to know.
You want to know who lived in your house before you?
So, one of the interesting pieces of information to keep stored away in the memory bank, is a dimension of 3/4 of an inch.
3/4.
Why does 3/4 matter? Because that's as far as you're going to push that pipe in. There we go. That looks relatively flat. I'm going to have to also sand the outside of it a little bit because now the first person who put this in had the benefit of being able to slide the pipe around.
We have no such luxury.
No. Yeah, that ain't gonna fit on until I fix that. Get the prior glue off. I mean, not all the way off. So by the time I've done that, I've removed the pipe. I know where the issue is too, I can see it. $150 is way too rough for PVC.
Should always say gentle when roughing up the pipe.
So, if it's not obvious, I'm trying to get the glue off only as much as I need to be able to slip the coupler on. But absolutely no more. I really wish I had finer grit. 150 is way too rough. Found 220. Still nearly 50% better. Yeah, I can still feel glue. Fortunately, the only time this is ever under pressure is during inspection. Even then, I think it's only like 5 psi. Granted, it will be a little slicker once I put the glue on, but it's still not enough.
Are you putting it on the right way?
What do you mean?
Is it reversed?
It's a coupler. Is that I need to go get the left-handed coupling?
Yes.
She's still just tight.
If it's too tight for your pipe, you gotta keep rubbing.
It's the smoothest damn piece of PVC to ever grace this house. That will probably work. That will probably work. Yeah, just hold it in place.
I help.
Yeah. Alright. Straight and level. And when you do it.
It's tickles my butt.
Bad idea in about 20 seconds. Like I said, bad idea.
Shouldn't you be cutting away from
Not matter if I'm not really putting any force into it.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, if I'm putting enough force to stab myself while I'm trying to deburr this little pipe, then yeah, that's when we just, you know what, we just call somebody to finish this project. Because I will never be safe enough. That's a flat surface, right?
Ish.
Actually, it's not that bad of a cut. It's a little wonky. Okay, it's actually pretty bad. Tool works. The tool using the tool does not work. This is absurd. There's 3/4 inches of pipe that actually go inside there to make the proper bond, and a little tiny 32nd of an inch imperfection. I have to get better at cutting this. I think once I get to the point where I'm making it worse with the sander, then I've probably gone as far as I can go. Wouldn't you say?
Probably. That's usually the definition of finishing something. You've reached the local maxima.
Alright, so this is the piece that goes like this.
Is it?
Yep.
I thought that was the piece that goes to the shower drain.
No, it's not, but did you just see what I did there?
You put it on wrong.
I put it on backwards. But there we go. Okay. Now the question is how well can I fit this pipe in there?
Heh. Good fucking luck.
And the answer is, ain't happening.
Not unless you widen them holes a little bit.
Yep. And no, we are not cutting the joist from the top. So,
Like you just put the wood back when you're done.
okay, so I've got to be smart about this because we need to cut it somewhere where I can still get the coupling on. Well, the good news is, like I said, they had already cut the hole for 2 inches. They just didn't run 2-inch pipe.
Do we want to hollow out those holes a little more to get us a little more bend?
No, we don't. The joists are far more important than the number of couplings I use on a drain. The perfectionist in me is like, no, don't use couplings. And then the person who's like, we should probably get this done sometime this year, is like, dude.
Get over it.
Yeah. The next question is how much of this pipe can I actually get through? And the answer is absolutely none. If the hole was a little bigger, I might be able to get the pipe here. But then I need to make that hole bigger too.
Mm-hmm.
Does that gain us anything? If we have 2 separate pieces of pipe. So if we can have 1 pipe here and 1 pipe here, in theory we can have just 1 more coupling and we're good. but I would have to do a little modification to the joist.
Yeah.
Which, granted, we're in the center of the joist. Let
If
me
we
check
just
code.
hollow it down.
Let's see what code will let me do. Code is, so not 2 inches of the top and bottom, which, wow, they didn't do that. And the diameter shall not exceed 1/3 the depth of the member.
These are 2x10s.
Yeah, these, which means they're 9 1/4 inches tall.
So realistically, we can make a 3
Not
inch
even
hole.
on these. Jesus.
So we can make a 3 inch hole.
We can make a 3 inch hole. Right now, these are not even 2.5 maybe. If we add a 3 inch hole right here, that would let us feed, in theory, let us feed us this pipe in.
Hell, we don't have to make a full 3 inch hole.
Yeah, well, we still need a coupling. Like, I don't think there's a way around that.
Yeah, but if we just take maybe the step bit and deepen that hole a little bit towards the center.
Dig it out with the step bit.
Yeah, because we don't need it to be any wider in the horizontal direction. We just need a little more play in the vertical, don't we?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Just hollow out the edge on that one side so we can slip it through at an angle. And once we get it through that one, we can back it into the double joist.
You're correct. As we hollow the joist out, the entire floor starts to buckle.
Looks like you're getting a kitchen remodel too.
Granted, there's such a margin of safety in there that we could cut this joist in half and probably not even notice. Let's just go a little further. Fortunately, we're cutting into the least important part of the joist.
The middle.
Yeah, the part that matters has already been taken care of.
Look at that. You gotta take down the far edge.
No, sir, Mr. Inspector. We didn't remove any material.
We merely relocated it. It's still there in the joist bay. As sawdust.
That it is currently. Okay. Time to cut down the middle. Okay. I'm gonna stop doing this stupid and go get my saw guide.
Yeah.
So we don't have to spend 3 hours fixing the edge of the pipe. Billy's like, you know, you had the right tool the whole time.
Yes. I'm sure you did. It would be inconceivable for you not to have the right tool.
Yeah.
And yet, why are you balancing it on the joist?
Yeah.
Because you want to do it on hard mode?
Because you'll probably have oosh. Look at him. There's a better way to do that.
I knew you'd figure it out eventually.
And I knew as I was doing it, I was like, can I get away with this? No. Hand me the other clip. I don't know what it is, man. It's gotta be just probably a combination of my impatience
Yes.
and just the ADD.
And also a little bit of puckishness on your part. Like, can I do this in a different way?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can get away with this.
Yeah, there is that for sure.
You sure you don't want to put that on like a floor instead of a joist?
Why?
Because you're going to run into the subfloor before you run into the bottom of the pipe.
Damn it, woman.
What do you want?
Now I'm standing on our kitchen ceiling.
And?
Which is really stupid, because if I put even a little bit of weight, I'm probably going to nail pop.
Well, we could switch places.
What'd you say about being puckish? Now, this will cut through my saw guide. So I should probably use the hacksaw before I completely destroy the saw guide. Oh, she helps!
I try help.
To be fair, it actually kind of drives me nuts sometimes that I can't help more because you're stuck with this menial task of dragging the camera around. Leave them clear. Alright, Bills, would you believe that when you use a saw guide,
The saw actually goes where you want it to?
the cut is flatter? Okay. Spin it the wrong way.
No cutty.
No cutty. Funny how that works. A little polish because I don't think I have a fine tooth blade on the hacksaw. And again, this is being ridiculously anal. But that is way truer. Bro, why don't you fit? Oh, okay, I was about to shit myself. Ah, ring shank neck. Probably because it came with it. It's the only reason they use it right now.
So close.
Alright, so we got that piece in there. Give this area a thorough vacuum before the inspector comes. I'd imagine it's probably to your advantage to show that you're not leaving the job site like a f***ing pigsty.
Yeah, cleaning up shows attention to detail.
Yeah.
If I was an inspector and came out to a place that looked like a wreck, I would be examining everything very closely.
Yeah, exactly. Although we could leave just one or two of those little strippings of the pipe. Like, yep. Because we'll definitely have the tools laying around. So
Yeah.
just so he can see, you know, not so much to be an asshole, but just be like, yeah. So I did actually
We know what this is.
chamfer the pipe. You know, I'll have the Milwaukee PEX expander out so you can see that, yeah, we didn't use a pair of needle nose pliers to expand our pipe.
Do people actually do that?
I'm just trying to think of the shenanigans that probably happen. So.
If you do that with your pecs, you deserve leaks.
Oh, it fits. Alright. So, that's going to be an extremely tight fit for the coupler. And we're going to have to glue them one piece at a time.
Yes.
Well, holy shit, we might have drainage soon. How much time we got?
14 minutes. I mean, I don't know about you, but I've had drainage for weeks with all the pollen in the air. 14 minutes. Can you do it?
Well, I'll tell you what we're not going to do right now, and that is glue. But we are going to basically dry fit this.
Yes.
Okay, so within reason, that works.
You're not gonna speed run it?
Hell no, that would be stupid.
Yes, it would. But it would also be entertaining.
Now, let's check the part that I'm most worried about the inspector looking at. I can't fucking read that.
Are you looking for it to be level?
I'm looking for it to not be level. Unfortunately, it's pretty level.
We need to shim it up inside one of those
It
holes.
had to have been level before.
Probably. Can't we just put like a little shim inside one of the holes to tilt it up some?
We can.
Probably want to do that after we glue it so that it tilts the whole thing.
You're correct. And that's basically all it needs. Yep, it's on the first line. Which should be a 1/4 inch per... Oh, maybe it's an 1/8 inch per foot. I can't fucking read it. So the first line of the plumber's bubble.
From the 0 is an 1/8 inch.
Shit. An 1/8 inch per foot might be okay for drainage. I'll have to check. Because you ain't gonna get any more.
Not without drilling up into the joist, which is a bad thing.
And it couldn't have been that before.
Yeah, so it's definitely an improvement.
Let me check code. DWV minimum slope. Don't think I'm gonna like the answer. Yeah, I knew the answer. Nah, they put it right at... Okay, they hit it right at 2 inches. I mean, there might... No. So...
Well, we can't tilt it down at that end.
No, we can't. It's probably not even right in there. And it's got to have some slope, but whether we can hit a 1/4 inch per foot, the answer is hell no, we cannot.
Alright, well, we have a catch-22 then. We can't get that slope without compromising the joist.
I think we might be at the point where I know we wanted to get this done, but it might be smarter to take a picture,
Call the inspector.
call the inspector and say, hey, look, I can't get a 1/4 inch per foot because the joist is already cut up.
And we can't lift it anymore at the end we need.
I can get some slope. I can get an 1/8 inch on my plumber's level. Which is, it's better than nothing.
Oh, realistically, if we dry fit everything and call the inspector tomorrow, how long would it take to actually get this done and ready
To
for
glue it?
Yeah.
Oh, half an hour.
Okay.
If
So-
you want.
So what if we get everything dry fit today? Call the inspector tomorrow before we start gluing. I mean, do you think anything the inspector suggests is going to change the pieces we need?
No. Yeah, it's right at that 2 inch. So when they cut this,
They cut it as high as they possibly could,
yeah,
so we have no room to maneuver.
and we can't do anything about it over on this side. And in fact, it's already pretty low. I'm actually confused. If that's a 2.5 inch, and the distance is 4 feet, it could have never been right, because that would have had to have been at 3 inches. And I know that they had 2 inch pipe here, so this was the way it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not even 2.5. The only good news is there's no real solid waste unless, you know, again, you're one of those people that shits in your sink. So if he says it's okay, it won't be a problem. Like, it won't be a long-term problem.
Do you need me to hold it up or?
No, I'll just shim it. Just so I can show him. Basically, it's staged. I don't know how it could have ever been right here. The only thing is they would have stopped right here, so they probably sloped it for that.
Maybe that's why they used the 1.5-inch pipe.
Yeah.
They fucked up, realized they couldn't get the slope they needed with
That's probably
2-inch.
right. And even that couldn't have been it because remember that horizontal pipe had to keep going all the way to where the sink was. So there was no way they could have ever had a 1/4 inch per foot slope, even with 1.5-inch pipe. Anywho, we called the inspector and he said an 1/8 inch per foot is fine. Okay, so what we need to do now is get our trap arm cut for the shower. So we need to add 1.5 inches to this edge. Well, that 41.5, so 43. Okay. So if I screw up, guess what we'll have to do?
Nip the tip.
Nope. Our favorite thing to do.
Unexpected runs to the hardware store. It's like Disneyland for hopeless adults.
Yeah.
Where you get to spend a lot of money and the magic is gone.
Yeah.
We gonna leave the sticker on for the inspector
That's the Home Depot sticker.
so he knows whose pipe it is. Like, I need you to spell your last name.
Why is that at such a fucking angle?
Is that the end you just cut, or is that the other end that you cut earlier and spent 15 minutes sanding?
I'm afraid we all know the answer to that question. God, I fucked that one up.
Sandmaster Part 2.
Shit, do we have enough 10-foot? Or enough 2-inch? We might not have enough 2-inch. Because we gotta go from here to here. And we gotta have this pipe. It's gonna be a squeaker if we have enough. Wow, I didn't think we'd chew up 10 feet. Never even occurred to me that we'd need more.
We haven't really wasted any, though.
No, we haven't wasted. I'm about to cut
A bit off.
a sliver off this end because I don't want to spend all day sanding this.
You're hitting floor on that.
I know. Destroy all evidence.
Does that mean I need to wipe the footage?
I guess that's better. Still a mess, but.
This was the 10-foot thing we transported in the car.
Yeah.
We were debating yesterday whether we could fit a 10-foot something in the car. But pray for our windshield if we have to hit the brakes.
Yes. Not too bad, not too bad. It's like we give a shit, Bills.
The inspector's not going to be ready for that.
But he had some choice things to say about Ryan Holmes, if you recall.
Yeah. He's going to be looking around at our plan and be like, okay, where's the catch? Where's the gotcha?
Well, we used a Fernco.
Is that fancy thing that champs the pipe?
The piece of rubber with the hose clamps on both ends. Which is fine if you got iron pipe or you need to connect iron to PVC or something.
Oh.
But that's the thing the guy at Menards was trying to give us when I was trying to find caps to be able to do the plumbing inspection. I'm like, yeah, if the inspector shows up and sees a Fernco,
He's just gonna fail us and get on.
he's gonna walk right back out. Like, yeah, call a plumber.
Give me a call when you get to graduate from clown college.
Yeah. Exactly. We know that we basically need to be an inch higher than where this is.
So, half an inch higher for the hole in the blocking. Ish.
Well, yeah. Yeah, correct. It's a good thing you pointed that out because I would have made it an inch higher.
And then wondered why your pipe was coming above the bottom of the shower pan. Like, why is it sticking out?
Oh, we get a ½ inch per foot, I see. I should probably measure this.
Well, that way it averages out with the rest of the pipe to a 1/4 inch per foot.
Woman.
What? It's math.
Okay, how do I position this so I can still see that I'm a 1/4 inch per foot? I mean an 1/8 inch. No, I mean a 1/4 inch. Jesus.
I hope the plumbing inspector's not watching our videos.
Yeah. Christ.
Be like, yeah, I've seen the channel. Y'all fail.
Y'all fail. Okay, so let's get that up to 1/4 inch per foot. Sure.
Ish.
Exactly.
We're working in units of ish.
So the middle of the hole.
Like 6 inches plus a half. 6.5.
Yeah. 6.5. 7 3/4.
You want to measure from the other one just in case they ain't straight?
No, because I got to measure it from this. Oh, but I'm stupid because this is not all the way on.
No, you got jammed it, girl.
So we'll call it 7.5.
7.5. 6.5. 7.5.
Correct. And then
Or saw. At angle.
yeah, it would have to be at a little bit of an angle.
Slightly downward.
Slightly. All right, this is 2 5/8.
Honestly, if it's a ½ inch bigger, you probably don't need to angle it.
Correct. Okay, so that fits inside nicely.
Trading one terrifying bit tip for another.
Yeah, whole saws are kind of intimidating, aren't they?
Yes, just remember, fear is the mind killer.
Yes. I'll face my fear.
And let it pass through me.
I'm facing it right now. I'm not gonna let it pass right through me.
And when the fear is gone, nothing shall remain.
Yeah, no shit.
I don't know why, but that sound would have made my nuts clench if I had any.
Right?
Yeah.
All right. Precision plumbing.
We need Bob to step out of the room.
I mean, we shimmed the shit out of this thing. Holy f***. If the floor is this bowed. So, what we're currently bitching about is you see how that's at 10 inches?
Kind of, yeah.
And that this is at 9 13/16. I'm talking from the drywall to the top of the subfloor.
Sorta.
The point is the subfloor is not level. It wasn't even sitting on this joist because it's sitting on top of this joist, which we can clearly see is proud.
I mean, it is almost June.
You know,
Yes.
the middle of the hole, 6.5 inches, correct?
Yes. 7.5 from the joist upon which you lay.
In theory.
If not, we SOL and JWF.
Man. Sure hope I don't hit the pecs. I shouldn't.
No, we're good. I can see the hole.
Haha! That works.
Okay, well that appears to fit. Only a slight bit of manhandling required. Well, holy shit.
Damn.
Although, this is pushing on the frickin'...
Drywall.
So, that's not ideal.
You're gonna have to shim it up a little bit. Push it up in the hole. I'm assuming that we can have more than a 1/4 inch if we really, really wanted to.
That's correct. We can. Okay, so that puts it at 27.5 and 33.5 or 32.5. And it should be at 30, so it's 2.5 inches offset. Which we already figured this out.
Yes, then we have to cut the pan.
Yeah, we know we gotta cut the pan. And I'm fine with the fact that we gotta cut the pan. That is definitely way more than a 1/4 inch per foot, but that's because this is propping it up in the air.
Yeah.
So every time water flows through that pipe, you're gonna hear it. I think the only way we're gonna make this work is to drill this larger. Fortunately, we can cut this all we want.
Because it's just blocking.
Yeah.
Why are you drilling the bottom? Don't we need it to come higher?
Yeah. Yeah, we do. It's like nothing changed. I can see where it's hitting. I can see what it did. I got like this little nub in here, and then the hole is like this. Hope you're fine. Look at what I'm doing. That basically gets it off the ground.
Mission accomplished.
I should quite quickly drain the shower. Which, if there was poop, if you poop in your shower, that would be too fast.
The fact that this is a major concern of yours is going to give people some odd ideas about our household.
Alright, don't you poop in your shower?
I think after 10 years, you should know the answer to that.
I've not yet seen.
But there's always a first time.
Yeah, I have a little bend to it.
Well, we can work with a little bend.
Yeah. Alright, I think that's good. It's probably gonna work. Alright, let's move our dumb fuckery to here and see if we have enough pipe to even finish this. We never started the road, did we?
Oh, shit.
Is the tentacle going either?
The tentacle's going. Here, starting the roads. Crap.
I would make a comment about how if we had the only tentacles, that wouldn't have happened. I'm sure between ambient and the camera, it'll definitely sound better than we were just running the GoPro.
Yeah, but on the plus side, you aren't going to have to edit all those yawns.
Yeah, I will.
No.
Because the camera's right there. Bro, I'm kind of fading here.
Yeah. Neither of us is exactly at the top of our game today. Zoom. Lost our fucking minds. Let's get our shit together. Get it in a backpack so we can get it done.
I don't know what really took the wind out of me. Was it realizing that we're gonna have to ask the inspector before we can even glue this piece?
Yeah, but if we get everything dry fit first, then gluing is something we can do, in the afternoon before dinner or something like that. All right. So we have the branch off to the shower pretty well sorted.
Yeah, the shower trap arm is done.
All right. So time for the vent.
Well, we gotta get the drains. Let me just see, because we might just stop if I'm sure the pipe's not long enough.
Dude, look at the angle on that.
Well, the angle was intentional.
Yeah. But that's nice.
We ended up hogging it out even further, regardless, but yeah.
With our improv router. Pro DIY tip. You ain't got money for a router, just get you a step bit.
It's not much price difference. Okay.
Well, if you want to raise eyebrows, do overriding with step bit. Unless you're a coward.
Let's come out to about right here. So you got about that much left. We don't have enough. We definitely don't have enough. Okay. This can't finish without a trip to the hardware store, so we are done.
Alright, and boop.
Bro, I am just dragging ass.
Yeah, we kind of gassed on that one. It's all right though, and that's one of the great things about DIY is your only obligation is to yourself. So you can take as long as you need to. And we are. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.